It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Atlanta Falcons, next on Madden Football.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Matchup of a couple of teams, Greg, with one big thing in common. A new head coach from a season ago. These are always the seasons we want to see how they play out, how they can implement their plan going in.
And more often than not, Mike, as we all know, when you find yourself in position to make a coaching change, it's because the previous few seasons did not go according to plan. So the question is, did they find the right new head coach to lead them in this next era for their organization? These two teams today are hoping that this goes a long way into deciding, do they have the right guy pulling the strings? Because if you do, if you have a head coach and a quarterback, you can win for a long time in this league.
The veteran Nick Folk about ready to get this show started. And off we go here in Atlanta. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. They'll be led out by the lefty from the University of Washington. It's Michael Penix.
Mike, I remember the first time I watched one of his college games, and I was blown away. I mean, the accuracy. That ball looks like it's jumping out of his hand. He is physically talented. He's mature. He's played a lot of football. He has overcome a lot of adversity, man. That is a formula for success in the NFL. He might have to wait a little bit to find his time, but the more opportunities he gets like here in this one, I think he has a bright future.
And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
They'll go again with Robinson. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play.
It's 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. He'll try to run for it. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down. 10 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a first down.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. London brought in motion. And here's Bijan. And they'll take this down inside with 35.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
On 1st down, right back to Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Now Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football. On the option, here's Robinson. And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. The linebacker, Jerome Baker, there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here for Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
It's a game of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he will score. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Younghoe Koo now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the veteran from Oklahoma State. It's Mason Rudolph.
The thing that has always really stood out and impressed me the most about this guy, Mike, is how steady and reliable he is anytime he's called upon. You know exactly what you're getting anytime he's under center. Maybe not the biggest arm in the world, but I'll tell you what, he gives you just enough to work with, and he is capable of getting the job done.
Rudolph going to throw right away. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Rudolph. To the left side in the hands of Bull.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. The defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. 17 yards, the gain there. That's good for a Titan first down.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on third down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Falcons offense ready to see the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Penix. Going up top. That is brought in. And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. A big play to kick off this drive. A pickup of 44 yards.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Exit 3rd and 2.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll run with Robinson.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
4th down, and the Falcons turn to Younghoe Koo for the field goal. It'll be a 44-yard attempt. Koo's kick is good. And the Falcons will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. On the return, here's Tyjae Spears. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Titans offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0. They come up with 1st and 10. To throw is Rudolph. This one is caught downfield by Ridley. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Titans are on the board. It's 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Avery Williams on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Falcons offense make their way out to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And this one's going to be intercepted. It's L'Jarius Sneed. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
I think he chalked this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Rudolph. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
He'll get this complete. Nick Westbrook-Akine. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's Rudolph. That's going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll start out first down and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing is Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. So that's a good bounce back there. They'll get this back very close to that first down marker.
How fast things can flip. You find yourself in 1st and a mile after taking a penalty on first down. But that chunk play there in the passing game now gets them back in sequence with the chains and brings up a more manageable second down.
Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. Now he'll run. And he'll get beyond the marker before giving himself up. That's a first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. He'll get that to Kadero High. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Pitts is the man in motion. Penix on 3rd down. Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the first down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up first down.
Pitts is the man in motion. Throwing again, it's Penix. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle.
And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
The key to this play here, Mike, is the anticipation of the snap. Watch how he's able to time the center, and when that ball moves, he hits it. Gets through into the backfield, and he brings the quarterback down before the receivers even got out of their breaks.
Out is Younghoe Koo to try the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Spears now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans' offense and receiver Calvin Ridley set to take over for this drive. And seemingly every time they've worked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw is Rudolph. This one pulled in by Westbrook-Akine. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Throwing, Rudolph.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Back to the air one more time. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Now Rudolph. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Nick Folk now on with the field goal unit. This from an even 50 yards out. Folk's kick is good. And the Titans will cut the lead from 6 down to 3. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. To throw is Penix. Gonna look deep, looking for more. That's gonna be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports Studios and our halftime reports. For the Falcons, they were led in the first half by their quarterback, Michael Penix. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Spears now to return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Titans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with first and 10. The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Now, faking the give. That's deep, looking for Boyd. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Tyler Boyd was the intended target for that one. And third down coming up. Back to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
So on fourth down, the Titans turn it over to Ryan Stonehouse to punt. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. To return is Williams. Oh, looked like he may have had a seam for a moment, but he's taken down after a solid return. Falcons offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Mooney in motion. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. The defense stringing them out. No gain. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
On second down, it's a run with Robinson. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Penix. Gets this one complete to Hodge. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now Penix. That'll be caught by McLeod. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. They'll throw. It's Penix. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
To throw again, it's Penix. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. He's out of bounds at the 2. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stopped him short. No gain.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2. What do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Falcons. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Here's Coop for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Falcons will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Spears now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. It started with 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. And he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Here's Rudolph. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, I think by now, Mike, we know where the biggest mismatch of this game has been. This defense is all over this passing game. Everywhere they look, they have defenders in the right spot. They've resulted now in 3 interceptions, all while forcing this offense to try to adjust their game plan on the fly.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Play action. It's Penix. That'll be caught by the running back Robinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On second down, Penix. To the right, that's Pitts. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
On first down, it's Penix. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. Again, it's Penix. A throw on the move is caught. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Penix going to throw again. Short throw taken by Pitts.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
Throwing again, it's Penix. He'll tuck it and take off.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Here's a third down and 4. From the gun on third down, here's Penix. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
From the gun, here is Penix. He runs, and he will get into the end zone. Michael Penix. Touchdown, Atlanta. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
On is Koo for the point after. He's got it. And the Falcons will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Spears now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Titans offense and Mason Rudolph heading out onto the field. And the turnovers have really been the story here. Take you back through the high, or actually the lowlights in this one. Not a lot of positives when you have a 3-interception game. Under pressure all game long. The secondary feasting on his passing. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Back to throw is Rudolph. That caught Tony Pollard. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Rudolph connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. He's got his man. That's Boyd. And he will have a Titans 1st down. He has it by plenty. They keep the drive alive here on 3rd and inches.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the 2nd half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late. Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
To throw is Rudolph. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Rudolph looking to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Feels like they needed that sack. This entire drive, it feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
2nd and goal. Throwing, Rudolph. He'll look for Pollard out of the backfield. And he'll take this to the 13.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Here's 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And not really anywhere to go there. He'll take this up only to the 4.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Personal experience.
They run over center with Robinson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. So it's a win here for the Falcons. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched the shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed. And they cruise to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons are winners as we say so long from Atlanta.
How did she do that? She never showed anything for you. Forget about her. That's right, man. Please, move on. Look at China. Eat Chinese food. Of course, there they just found food. I get this. I just give her this food, okay? Just look funny. We're just looking out for you. We want you to be happy. And maybe we'll get a couple of beers, David. I love you.
Anyway, that's when me and my friends started this whole fruit basket business. We call ourselves the 3 Basket shooters? Okay. Hey, hold on there, Tiger. How's it going? How you holding up?
Not so good. She definitely thinks tonight's the night we're gonna complete the transaction, if you know what you do.
So, have you ever thought about being here for her?
What do you mean?